So good day guys, welcome by the way. So what we will be looking at is our NASDAQ 100 by the way. So guys, I'm going to explain it to the end, which means you need to stick to the end to be able to understand why we'll be making a certain move this week. So if you have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button. You can like, share, and also comment. I'll be watching out for it too. Now let's take a look at this NASDAQ 100 from the monthly time frame to better understand this movement for this week. Now, if you look at this monthly time frame on NASDAQ 100, there's only one move we've been making. I think this was, what the price is showing me currently right now is 2008. We can see that this 2008 we've been making a movement upward, right, which was little movement. It's actually got to a period of 2018. Then this Nasdaq just started moving well. We started having this huge candlestick for the month, by the way. So Nasdaq 100 is just going bullish. There's only one movement we clearly can see on this Nasdaq 100, which means it was a bullish move for a period of years. I think almost a decade, right? For almost 2018, to 2018, for good 10 years, Nasdaq 100 actually, kind of push up. Then, after 2018, then we started seeing this huge candlestick here. So we can see it is a movement upward. Now, if you take a look at this, right, this was about late 2021 or early 2022, early this year, we started having this drop, right? This is the drop we've not had, for almost 10 years now. So this drop, we started having it. So we all can clearly see that this Nasdaq 100 is now bearish move. Now let's add this 10-period moving average. This is a 10-period moving average. Now, those of you who know how to trade in, all knows the rule of trading on the 10-period moving average. Once price is above 10-period moving average, we are to go long, but if it is below 10-period moving average, we are to short it. So clearly on this monthly time frame, if you want to trade it with using this 10-period moving average, you are to short it on this monthly time frame. Possibly we will continue to have this bearish move to this month, and also I still believe, right? So monthly time frame, we are bearish, right? Now take a look at this movement. There was a drop we had there, then we got a pullback. Another drop was made on Nasdaq 100, so we had a pullback. So I also predicted that on the monthly time frame aspect of it. If you are following this channel consistently, you would also know how we predicted this move, that we will be having a drop again. And guess what? We've had this drop, right? So this drop has now come to this our previous lower lows here. This was the previous lower lows where price had the pullback, right? Once we had the pullback, now price has now dropped to that same period level again. So what we are expecting next on this Nasdaq 100 is that price will now break below it. So now that price has come down to this level, which is a level we just looked at. This was the level here. This is the level here. So price has actually come to this level. Reason is that price has once reacted at this level. We saw price broke out, then a pullback occurred, tested this level and pushes up. Now that price has now dropped, it came to this level, then we had a pullback. Now that pullback has already dropped to this level. We are all expecting this Nasdaq 100 to drop again. So the next level we would be expecting this Nasdaq 100 to drop for this monthly time frame aspect is this level again, where we add this pullback, right? So we add pullback at this level. So we would want to see this Nasdaq 100 to drop at this level. Reason is that we saw this price rose up, then we saw it rejected a pullback here, and price broke above it. So once this price is dropping, right, we would want to see it drop to this same level. So a level of about let us just assume a level of 9,719, right? So we would want to see it drop to a level of no, I think it's a level of 9,553. So guys, Nasdaq 100, we are aiming to drop to a level of 9,553. That we should be able to achieve such a level by the time this year end or early next year, because Nasdaq 100 is still bearish. Coupled with the inflation, we all know the effects of inflation. Once there's an increase in inflation, they want to increase interest rates, right? So to fight inflation, and we all know that once interest rates is being increased, it will also affect our shares, because it will affect companies. It will be very difficult for companies to actually easily borrow money. Once they borrow money, they want to pay more back, right? They have to pay more back because interest rate has been increased. So with that, they will be very careful on how they borrow. And once they don't really borrow money to run a company, the shares and everything won't spike up a little, won't move up. So this is why we are having a drop in stocks. You see all these major stocks, they are dropping. This is one of the reasons why we are seeing this movement, this drop on our Nasdaq 100 as long as they won't decrease interest rates, as long as they continue to increase interest rates, as long as stocks continue to drop, then I can show you that Nasdaq 100 will continue to drop. So this is the next level we are expecting on Nasdaq 100 to drop to, which is a level of 9,553. Let's see if we are going to achieve it this year or next year, early next year. So that is the movement. We are expecting a drop on Nasdaq 100. Now run down to the weekly time frame, guys. So weekly time frame, we all can see what movements are made. This is actually a good amount of movements here. We can see a bearish move, right? And we can see that not only is this price dropping, we are seeing that it is below 10-period moving average. Now if you see this movement for some times, you see that this price has actually been above 10-period moving average for for couple of years, months. It has been going weeks. We'll be having this prices above 10-period moving average on a consistent basis, just going up. So it now got to this place. We can see that this price is now below 10-period moving average on a consistent basis. Though we're having a little spike up, but that does not matter. So 10-period moving average, we are bearish. Now take a look at this movement here. So we had this drop, right? On weekly time frame, a pullback occurred. We had this drop, right? So we had this little bit pullback, then a little bit drop was made. All of a sudden we had this huge pullback. A lot of people were thinking, oh, we are starting to go bullish, but all of a sudden this price started dropping, right? So now basically we see that this price has dropped to this certain level where price reacted from before, which was this level, right? So price is not at this level. If you were following this channel, you would have seen where we predicted that this move will come to this level again, and now this price is at this level. What we are expecting for this week is that this level to break below it. So Nasdaq again 100 on the weekly time frame, we are expecting a breakout below from this level. So monthly time frame, we are expecting to go bearish for price to drop, right? Monthly time frame, weekly time frame, we are expecting price to actually drop. So we are expecting this level to price to actually drop to, which is still a level of 955. This year is showing us 955 6. So we are still same level we just predicted on our monthly time frame, right? So we are still expecting to drop to 955. So Nasdaq 100 on the weekly time frame, a bearish move. Now let's take a look at this daily time frame, guys. Pay attention. But I want you guys to pay attention to understand this movement very well. If you take a look at this Nasdaq 100, right? There's a certain period of time, it started going up, which was bullish move. On this weekly time frame, it was actually on a pullback level. But because we want to see where this price will be moving for this week, we will take a look at this level on Nasdaq 100. There's only one movement we can see on this Nasdaq 100, a bearish move, right? One, the price is below 10-period moving average. That is 2. So we are to go bearish on Nasdaq 100. Now we have gotten to this level, right? This previous level where we had this pullback. Now this price has gotten to that level. We are expecting it to break below that level. That is 2 why we are going bearish. Now take a look at this Nasdaq 100. Take a look at this movement from here. This was a movement of 0816. 2022 0816. That is about 16th of August. We started having this drop. Now take a look at this USD index, by the way. So once there's an increase in interest rates, there's only one thing USD index will continue to show us: a bullish move. As long as there's a bullish move on this USD index, then there will be a bearish move on Nasdaq 100. Now take a look at this on the 15th also of August 2022. That is 2022 0815. We've actually been having this bullish move. Take a look at it. Since we've been having this bullish move on our daily time frame on USD index, it was at that time we started having this bearish move on our Nasdaq 100. Now take a look at this movement here. This was about let us say this was about 2022 0620. Let's see what this one says here. 06 it was about 0620. So I think it was let's assume it from here, 015, 2022 0715. So 2022 0715, we've been having this drop, right? If you take a look at it, this USD index has been giving us this drop on our 0715. Take a look at this. This is what Nasdaq says. So I think this was about 0715, right? So 0715. So Nasdaq 100 it was 07. Let's see it from here. I think it was from here. So as from this period in time on this Nasdaq 100, we are having this bullish move. Take a look at it. As this Nasdaq 100 was giving us this bullish move, our USD index was dropping. As soon as this USD index started picking up, started going bullish, it was then this Nasdaq 100 started dropping. So basically, as long as we still have this interest rates increase, then we would continue to have a bullish move on USD index. As long as USD index continue to go bullish, then guys, we would continue to have a drop on Nasdaq 100. So monthly time frame, a recap. Monthly time frame, we are bearish. Weekly time frame, we are bearish. Daily time frame too, we are also bearish. We are waiting for a breakout. Now to take this trade, guys, we would actually roll down to the 4-hour time frame. So what does the 4-hour time frame says? We are bearish. I mean, take a look at this drop, man. Right? If you want to trade on this 4-hour time frame, there's only one movement you should aim for, which is to go bearish. Since monthly time frame says we are bearish, weekly time frame shows we are bearish, daily time frame says we are bearish, even 4-hour time frame that we want to pick this trade also shows bearish move, then guys, once you want to take this trade, then you have to short it. Maybe if you want to enter this trade, I would advise personally, if you want to enter this trade, wait for this price to break below this week. Once price break below this week, then and then you can enter to short this position. As at now, maybe the price is actually reacting to this place multiple times. You see this price drop to this level, it pushes up, right? It drops to this level again, it pushes up. Now it is at this level. There's every possibility that this price might push up again. So who knows, it might push up this at this level, maybe on Monday or Tuesday. But as soon as this price break below this candlestick wick here, it break below this low level here, then you can enter to short this position on Nasdaq 100. So Nasdaq 100 4-hour time frame, we are to short. Now let's see what this 1-hour time frame says. So we are still reacting at this level multiple times. So let's see if price will actually break this lows. Once price break this lows and it's we see this good amount of movement that has dropped, then we can now enter to short it. At the same time, 1-hour time frame says we are bearish. We can see this 1-hour time frame, it is below 10-period moving average. Also see it here, 10-period moving average, it is below it. So Nasdaq 100, we are to short it for the week.